Well, dozens of disasters, including weather-related incidents and house fires, break out across the state each year. Now, when that happens, the American Red Cross Hawaii chapter steps in to help those affected. March has been named Red Cross Month to help raise awareness for helping those in need. And joining us with more is Coralie Matayoshi. She's the CEO of the American Red Cross Hawaii chapter. Good morning, Coralie.
Good morning, Mahia.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. As you said, March is Red Cross Month, and it's nationwide. So FDR in 1943 declared this National Red Cross Month, and every president afterwards, including President Obama, has declared this as National Red Cross Month. And it's a time to think about how to support the Red Cross through volunteering, donations, or even taking a life-saving class.
Well, fantastic. It's interesting because we just had a CPR segment on our morning news, and that is all included in that. And one of the things that happens in the newsroom is we hear fires break out almost every day, and a lot of times we get a notice that Red Cross volunteers are responding, but these fires are happening at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
It usually happens at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so how does it all work with the Red Cross and volunteers?
We just couldn't do it without our volunteers. They are on call 24/7, 365 days a year, and we respond to disasters every 4 days. So we have volunteers throughout the whole state. Some of them are hotline operators that work 12-hour shifts. They then get the call from the first responders, like fire, police, civil defense, and then within 2 hours, if any disaster statewide, they deploy another set of disaster action team that gets onto the scene within 2 hours of any disaster. And that's how we work. There's no way that we could be up all night, 24/7, 365 days a year.
Well, it's fantastic that you're doing this because a lot of people get homeless from fires and all sorts of disasters, and it's good that the Red Cross is there to help them out.
Yes, and we are the only ones that do that. If it wasn't for the Red Cross, you'd need another Red Cross. And the firefighters, they're busy fighting the fire, and you're there with your pajamas at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you don't have a place to stay and food to eat or clothes because everything usually gets burned up.
Well, what is a thing that you're doing right now to try to get community support?
Yes, we have this awesome online auction that just started on Friday, and it runs till March 16th. You can go to www.hawaiiredcross.org, and you can buy a Prius. I mean, how many times can you get 50 miles a gallon? We have 3 paddle boards. We have 9 trips on Hawaiian and Go and Korean Airlines, Alaska Airlines, JetBlue, WestJet. We have about 40 hotel stays in London, Beijing, Bora Bora, San Francisco, and so many here in Hawaii. Halekulani, the Modern, Ihilani, some Four Seasons on Lanai. We have restaurants. We have shopping spree at Macy's and Nordstrom's and DFS and TJ Maxx. And we have adventures like Dolphin Quest, and they have this cool little experience where you can go paddleboarding and kayaking and all kinds of things on Secret Island. So everything is great for a good cause. If you're going to buy, especially a Prius, because I know that it's a very popular car, please come on down to hawaiiredcross.org.
I bet it's going to get really competitive online.
Yes,
right?
I think the last second, people will be pressing the button, and you can do this in your pajamas. That's the beauty of this online auction. You don't have to go to an event.
Yeah. What's the deadline for the auction?
It's March 16th.
Okay.
Yes.
And you've got some other events that you're working on for the rest of the month?
We do. ALOHA PETROLEUM and Circle K will have canisters out. Pizza Hut and Taco Bell will be having a special in the middle of the month where $1 of every thing goes to the Red Cross. And then we also have our Hats Off, where military, civil defense, firefighters, and all kinds of volunteers will be out with hats asking the public for donations for the Red Cross. And that will be at mostly all the Walmarts mid-month.
Well, it's wonderful that the Red Cross is such a community partner. And Coralie, it's great to see you this morning.
Thank you very much for your support.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Well, to see this interview again, you can head to the top videos section of our website, kitv.com. It is 6:14.